Hey everybody, this is Mr. Colvin. I wanted to introduce you to our one of the week 3 math assignments that you can choose. Again, totally optional. You have 3 different options this week, and this is the tent project, which is the third option on your list. And I would say that this is going to be probably the most time-consuming and challenging of the 3 options. It's super fun. But again, the same requirements for as the rest of the projects, looking at 30 minutes a day. I anticipate this project taking about 3 weeks to complete. So don't worry about trying to get it done in like a day or a week or anything like that. So let's go over it. There's a chance that this video might stop partway through and I will resume where I left off because our video recorder only does about 5 minutes at a time. And so if this lasts longer than 5 minutes, it will need a little bit longer. So don't worry about that. So I'm going to present the tent project. And a little bit of background on this is I kind of got inspired to do and create this project because of the really great tent company in our town, Big Agnes. They do a lot of really cool things and a lot of great designs. And when you look at a tent, a tent really is nothing but a bunch of shapes. And these are all the same shapes that we use in 6th grade math, such as triangles, rectangles, trapezoids, parallelograms. And so you take all those shapes, you sew them together with some fabric, and you can make a tent, which is totally cool. And so big picture on this project is you're going to build a tent. And so you're going to look at some different tents that are produced by Big Agnes, and you're going to make a blueprint. And then from there, you're going to design a tent. You're going to make a scale model of this tent. And and then you're going to put this tent on a little, like almost like in a diorama or a scenery as a marketing tool. And so it should be totally, totally awesome. So I'll go through the project and what it looks like and it entails. So here's kind of some of the models. A lot of different kinds of tents out there, especially nowadays. You got tents that are on top of cars and kind of your more traditional tents. You got some of these big canvas wall tents, things like that. And these are all just scale models of tents. And so you're going to be designing one of these things as well. So first thing is you're going to research some different designs. You got to figure out like what kind of tent you want. Personally, I use a lot of ultralight tents for like backpacking, but if you're into car camping or big wall tents, bike packing is kind of a big deal where you take the tent with you on your bike. Tents that can go on top of cars. Those are pretty cool and really popular these days. So first thing you're going to do is figure out what type of tent you like, and then you're going to look at some of those different designs. Here's a link to the Big Agnes tents right there. Next step is, you got to come up with some ideas. And so you're going to come up with a list of 4 ideas and you're going to draw these. You'll sketch them out. It should look pretty good. I mean, it's not just like a freehand, like as fast as you possibly can. I'd still use like a ruler or a straight edge and kind of draw what you're thinking is maybe potentially a good design that you would want to build a model of. But yeah, looking for 4 of those. And if you have graph paper, that's going to be helpful. If you don't, you can still make this thing work. From there, you're going to draw all the different sides of the tent. So, if it's like your traditional, just like the old school 3, like it looks like a triangle, like a triangular prism, you're going to look at your all 3 of your sides, your 2 tops, your bottom, and then the 2 end pieces there to total of 5. And then you kind of figure that out. So you need to find the surface area of each piece. And so you're going to do all this in metric. It's going to make your life a lot easier in the long run. You're going to calculate the cost of the material. And I just made up some numbers. 1 square meter of fabric is $15. 1 meter of tent pole is $20. 1 meter of zipper is $10. And so your goal is first find the area of all these things, figure out how many poles you'll need, how long they'll need to be, that kind of stuff. My guess is that you're probably going to end up with some decimals and working with that. But you guys are pretty good there, and it shouldn't be a problem. So the next step after you do this blueprint is you're going to make a prototype of your tent. And this is a scale model. You can choose your scale. And we've done this before. And I don't remember what our scale that we used was. I want to say it was like, maybe it was like 20 centimeters equal 1 meter or something like that. But you're going to figure out what you're going to want to build with that. So you got